I want to help you decide between 3 different mics at 3 different price points. First, at the highest price point is the Shure SM7B. Then in the mid-range is the Rode NTG. Coming in at the cheapest is the Blue Yeti. Both the Blue Yeti and the Rode NTG are USB capable mics, which makes them pretty comparable to each other. The Shure SM7B is not a USB capable mic, so you have to have an interface to make it work. I want to show you exactly how each one of these sound with no treatment whatsoever added. Just recorded straight into GarageBand and played for you. I'm going to share my screen so you can see it all happening. We'll hear the Shure SM7B, then the Rode NTG, then the Blue Yeti. If you keep watching, you'll be able to decide which mic is best for what you're doing, whether it's podcasting or YouTube videos or some other kind of media. And as always, there are links to all of these mics in the description below so you can check them out for yourself and see which one is right for you. A little bit of history. I started out on the Blue Yeti a few years ago and I loved it. I used it for YouTube videos. I used it for my first podcast. It's been a great mic. Then I leveled up to the Shure SM7B. And the reason why I did this is because I wanted a mic that was more professional quality and a better, more sophisticated setup so I could level up when I wanted to, because I was starting a new podcast and I wanted the best that the market had to offer. So you can see my full unboxing of the Shure SM7B in this video right here, and I break down my whole setup for my podcast. Now recently for my YouTube videos, I wanted to switch away from the SM7B because I didn't want to have a mic in the shot every single time. And I didn't want to go back to the Blue Yeti because it was cumbersome in a boom mic situation. So that's when I bought the Rode NTG, which I use as a shotgun mic, but it also has a USB capability. So I wanted to test that out and show you how it works. So far, I've been extraordinarily happy with the Rode NTG. You can actually see my comparison between the Rode NTG and the Rode VideoMic Go in this video right here. And I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Which mic do you think sounds best and which mic do you think is the best deal for the money? Be sure to give this video a like if you're enjoying it, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want more reviews like this. So without any further delay, let's head over to GarageBand and hear how each one of these mics compare with each other. All right, I'm here in GarageBand and I'm setting up a brand new project so that you can see that I'm starting from scratch with a new project. And we're gonna go audio, it's gonna be the microphone, and I'm gonna create. Okay, so we're in GarageBand with a brand new project. I'm gonna label this first one the SM7B, and then I'm gonna make a new track with duplicate settings, and I'm gonna name this the NTG, and then I'm gonna make a new track with duplicate settings, and I'm gonna name this the Yeti. Okay, so now that I have these tracks set up, I need to go into preferences and I need to assign this mic. So let's test this out and see what it sounds like. So this is the Shure SM7B, and this mic really works the best when you're closest to it. This mic is designed to really have you right up on the very end of the mic. Some people I see have it down here, and you can still get decent sound, but you can hear that the volume just decreased quite a bit, and I've got to have this pretty hot to pick up my voice the way I want it to. So I like to have it really close. I also use the cloud lifter with it, which I talk about in my podcasting setup video, which helps increase the volume that this mic picks up without getting clipping, which happens when your gain is set too high for what the mic can do. So you can see here that right up on the mic, it's picking me up really well. One of the things that I love about the SM7B is it just doesn't pick up any room noise. The Yeti and the NTG are likely going to pick up a little bit of buzzing, a little bit of sounds around the room. The SM7B just doesn't. It's pretty amazing. So now that you've heard it, I want to switch to the Rode NTG. I have the Rode NTG, and I want to go into GarageBand, and I'm going to say use. Right now, we're picking up from the Rode NTG. I want to point out a couple things. As the settings stand right now, I have it on -20, and I also have it on 75. If you don't know what those numbers mean and what they do, you can check out my NTG versus Video Mic Go video, which is linked in other places in this video and also will be in the end screen. So I'm going to change these settings around just a little bit so we can see what this does. So I'm going to take it from 75 to 150. And then I'm going to actually remove altogether those things. I'm going to take it off of -20 and see what that does. Okay, so now there's no -20. It's completely taken off. And I am going to put it back on 75 without -20 and then 150 without -20. This mic as a USB mic is somewhat new to me, so I'm actually very interested to know what it's going to sound like coming through here. I'm going to bring it closer to my face and see if this improves the sound and what kind of sound is coming through this if you were to use this like you would the SM7B, where you're right up on it, you're talking directly into it. What does this sound like? And I want to go ahead and put -20 on, which is what I've done, right up on it to see if that affects the sound at all. The big thing to listen for is these settings can change, they can adjust. The thing to look for is the quality. How does it sound to you? Is it high quality? Does it sound crisp? How is it coming through on your end with all these different setting changes? And you know, what do you think? As a shotgun mic for YouTube videos, you're much further away. You're like 18, 19 inches away. So it's more like this, which I don't think the USB capability was meant to be like that, which is why I'm getting much closer to it for this video. So now we're going to switch to the Blue Yeti and see how it compares. And now we are using the Blue Yeti, and I'm going to go ahead and say use. We're going to go to the front here, and on this one, let's go ahead and get started recording. Now, the Blue Yeti is an excellent microphone, and you'll be able to hear that. It's coming through really loud. In a previous mic comparison video where I was just comparing the Blue Yeti to the SM7B, a lot of people criticized that it wasn't a fair comparison because I wasn't close enough to the Blue Yeti. The problem is the levels go way too high. So as I get closer, you can see that these levels, if you're right up on it, are starting to clip. So you either have to be a little bit further away or turn these settings way down, which again becomes not a straight one-to-one comparison. But I'll go ahead and do that because it was something that a lot of people pointed out. So I'm going to put this on -3, which is a pretty standard setting. And then I'm going to get a little bit closer to it so that you can hear the quality that can come from the Blue Yeti. And I'm trying not to talk loud because if I talk loudly, it's going to clip. So it's a little bit of a dance. I still think the Blue Yeti is not intended to be right up on it. It's mostly intended to be about 12 inches away because it's different than the SM7B. But that was something that came up in the last one, so I wanted to make sure that I addressed those criticisms. So there you have it. That's my comparison of the Shure SM7B, the Rode NTG, and the Blue Yeti. That's 3 mics, 3 different price points, and are really going to touch at different levels of expertise and needs. So I would love to hear in the comments which of these mics are you in the market for, and which one have you decided on based on this video and your other research. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and I got some other tech reviews and related videos popping up for you. Again, please give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to this channel. Can't wait to see you in the next video.